Welcome to our restorative yoga practice. And for today's session together, we're going to enjoy this snow day and do some gentle stretching movements, mudra. Enjoy our breath to prepare us for whatever activities we might enjoy on this snow day. So let your body settle in, and we'll focus on being in this present moment. Notice the natural rhythm of your breath and arrive here, settle in. Let's start with inviting 3 sounds of the bell. And I'll share Agata by Thich Nhat Hanh. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Present moment, wonderful moment. Our affirmation for today's practice is, may we hold out our hands to the soft glitter in this present moment. So if you're in New England, maybe you're enjoying the soft glitter of the snow, the light snowfall on the earth, and we'll let that snow lead us through our practice today. Let's begin with a receiving mudra, Adara mudra. We'll cup our fingers together. So let all your fingers touch. Make a little vessel. And then keep all your fingers together except your thumbs. So you're making, actually it looks like a little fish to me, but you're making a receiving vessel. And take this gently and slowly and bring it down wherever it feels good in front of your body. Maybe it's in front of your belly or your solar plexus. Adara mudra helps us relieve tension in our middle back. So if you're shoveling today, maybe you take a moment to pause and bring yourself to a peaceful place and enjoy this mudra. Let's receive the abundance. Let your body fill with breath and empty to your own natural breath rhythm. Let your gaze be soft, or even you can allow your eyes to close. The snowfall has a way of bringing gentle quiet like a blanket. And see if you can allow the beauty of the snow to wash through your whole body. And we'll start to transition when you're ready to some gentle stretching. I'll meet you on the mat. For today's practice, if you have blocks, pillows, cushions, blankets, and a strap, that would be helpful, but you don't actually need anything at all except for your body. So you'll notice I have my nice warm slippers on as we start our practice. And once we warm up, I'll take those off and possibly my socks as well. So let's start with some gentle stretching to prepare us for this snow day. Maybe you're going to be doing shoveling or snowshoeing, things like that, enjoying first tracks in the snow. Whatever you're going to be doing, find yourself in a comfortable seated position. And we'll start with some head rolls, mirroring a puppy smile. So if you've ever watched a puppy walk through the woods, they tend to, their ears bounce a little bit like butterfly wings, and they have a little smile at the corner of their mouth. Let's let our head come down to our puppy smile. And then just very gently and slowly roll around the base of a smile over to the right. You won't go all the way around in a circle. Move with your breath. Maybe exhaling back to the center. And then letting your head and your little puppy smile come over to the left. Back down to the center. Moving our heads very slowly to avoid vertigo. And let your shoulders, the muscles of your shoulders relax. And back to the center. Now just nod yes to whatever serves you, and no to things that are not yours, things that don't serve you, that you don't wish to hold on to. And hopefully your neck and your upper shoulders are starting to feel a little better. We'll raise our arms out to a T and just rotate with the palms of your hands up and down. Release your shoulders down, building strength in your arms. But also feeling all the muscles in the back of your neck, your trapezial muscles, feel those opening. Maybe in your wrists as well. And I'll introduce these stretches in case today, if you're shoveling, you need to pause for a moment. The snow will still come down. There's no rush to clear it all. And next we'll bring our fingertips to our shoulders and we'll do bird wing rolls. You might feel some crackling and popping in the backs of your shoulders, your shoulder blades. Either direction. Deep inhales and deep exhales. And now let's cactus our arms, inhaling as we open. And exhaling, bringing our elbows together. Inhaling, raising our arms over the back of our head. And exhaling, back down again. Opening. Exhaling, coming inwards. Inhaling. And exhaling. Opening. Exhaling, maybe bringing in a little rounding of the shoulders. Inhaling, elbows overhead. And exhaling. Very, very nice. And now let's clasp our opposite shoulders. We're really going to give some attention to the shoulders and shoulder blade muscles and neck. And let's just let our body roll a little bit to the right, opening through the left ribs. Gaze is soft. Relax the muscles of your jaw. Inhaling back to center and exhaling over to the other side. And this is a moment where if you can't reach your elbows, just reach wherever you can on your forearms. That's fine. Or you could use a strap. And be careful not to press on the back of your head. Soften your gaze. Breathe into your right side body. And back to the center. Reaching up to the sky and letting our arms find the earth next to us. Let's just shrug our shoulders up and down. Maybe on the inhale, you raise, and on the exhale, you release with a ha. All your burdens and stresses. Inhale, abundance. Exhale, ha. Beautiful moment, present moment. If you wish, bring your feet together in cobbler's pose, butterfly, your knees open, your toes are touching, and then just let your knees butterfly a little bit, like I was mentioning the ears of a dog walking happily through the forest on a cool day, making fresh tracks today in the snow. Very gently start to relax some of the muscles that surround our pelvic girdle. You should not feel any pain. So if you feel any pain, maybe you come to stillness. And now extend your left foot out and tuck your right foot in at the center of your body. We're in our seated half straddle. And we'll start with placing our left hand on the inner of our left calf and raising our right arm up to the sky, opening to this beautiful present moment, the glittering snow, the glitter that is you. And now let your right hand come over and meet your left. And let your head start to lean towards your left leg. Maybe you flex your left foot. Breathe into the sensation in your body. Maybe it's around your right upper hip area, your lower back on the right side. And maybe your hand finds this place and does a gentle circular movement. And let's rise up and place your right hand behind you to stabilize and just lift up to the sky. Arch back a little bit in half wild thing. Maybe you'll be a wild thing in the snow today and play like a child. And your hand can come down again to the ground. Tuck your left foot in and extend your right foot, flexing through the right toes. So pulling them back towards your body. And we'll place our right hand on the inner part of our right thigh, right shin, and reach up to the sky with our left arm, opening. Present moment, beautiful moment. And ask your head what position it would like to be in. So it doesn't have to be looking up here. Breathe into the left shoulder. And now bring your left hand to meet your right and start to lower down. Several options here. You can round and just let the back of your neck become heavy, or you can do a little bit more of a extension lift towards the right big toe, and you'll feel different muscles engage depending on what you need. And ask your body, what does it need right now? And bring your hand to your lower back on the left side and just a gentle massage. Maybe some healing properties to the water element where the kidneys are. And just an attunement to how your body is feeling. Very nice. And now, if you wish, you can raise your left arm up to the sky and place it behind you. And again, try a little wild thing. Trusting as you lean back. And putting, some good strength into the left shoulder. So if this doesn't feel good to you, you can always come back to the ground. We won't stay there for long. And we'll close out this seated stretching time, which is so, so important with a spinal twist. So extend your left leg and flex your left foot. Rise up through the crown of your head, lengthen through your back body. And your right foot can touch the ground with right knee bent. Now, if you wish, bring your right foot over your left leg and wrap your left arm around in a little hug. In fact, you can lean down and kiss your knee. Your knee might be doing some hard work today in the snow. And this might be enough right here, or maybe you wish again to bring your right arm up to the sky and to let it come behind you and to start to twist over to the right. But keep your chin perpendicular. Keep your chin perpendicular to your left foot. So you're not craning your neck over your right shoulder. And breathe here. Maybe soften about 30%. If you feel like you're trying to really push into this, maybe pull back a tiny bit. And back to the center, extending our right foot. And we'll just sweep up and do a forward fold, releasing some of the tension in our hamstrings. Paschimottanasana. And ease any clinging to how far down your head is from your knees. Maybe if that's where your mind is going, just bend your knees and reach your toes that way. If it's very important to you to reach your toes, you can get there another way. And then you can start to slide your heels out a little bit more. And start to come back up again. So, right leg is extended. Right foot is flexed and engaged. Left foot finds the earth. Left foot crosses over right leg. Straighten up, elongate through your spine. And wrap your right arm now around your left knee. Left arm goes up to the sky. Deep inhale, feel the opening in the right shoulder. And now left arm comes behind, and if you wish, you can start to turn your gaze and twist, bringing out tension in your back body. Maybe your exhale now becomes longer than your inhale. And feel the nice yummy stretch happening in the left outer hip area as well. Very, very nice. So let's come down now. And we're going to move there gently and with ease to child's pose. Choose the child's pose that works best for you. So if your knees are tender, you can keep your legs together. You can place a blanket beneath your knees. And if you wish, you can open your legs, your knees wide, but keep your big toes kissing in the back. And then let your hands find the earth and reach forward to Balasana. And remember, you can do this with knees together. Breathe into the channels in your upper back and enjoy whatever version of child's pose feels good to you. Opening through the hips. Breathing into the muscles underneath the shoulder blades. And I'll share with you a short reading. This is Snowy Night by Mary Oliver from What Do We Know? Last night, an owl in the blue dark tossed an indeterminate number of carefully shaped sounds into the world, in which 1/4 mile away I happened to be standing. I couldn't tell which one it was, the barred or the great horned ship of the air. It was that distant, but anyway, aren't there moments that are better than knowing something, and sweeter? Snow was falling, so much like stars filling the dark trees that one could easily imagine. Its reason for being was nothing more than prettiness, I suppose. If this were someone else's story, they would have insisted on knowing. Whatever is knowable would have hurried over the fields to name it, the owl I mean. But it's mine, this poem of the night, and I just stood there listening and holding out my hands to the soft glitter falling through the air. I love this world, but not for its answers. And I wish good luck to the owl, whatever its name. And I wish great welcome to the snow, whatever its severe and comfortless and beautiful meaning. And start to transition out of your child's posture into cat-cow. So still we can leave the cushion, the softness of a blanket beneath our knees. Let's rise up to tabletop and open our finger pads on the mat in front of us. Wrists under elbows, elbows under shoulders. And tap the tops of your feet so that your feet are meeting the earth behind you. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Gaze is soft. And lower your belly. Look up. Exhale and push the air out of your body and around your spine. Inhale and lower. Look up. Again, press the shoulders down from the ears. Exhale. Round. Inhale. Belly drops. Gaze softly lifts. Exhale, rounding your spine. And now come back to tabletop position and bring your left hand underneath your face. Inhale and raise your right arm up to the sky. And now thread the needle. So bring your right hand through that space in between your hand and your knees. And possibly bring your left arm over, further up on the mat, reaching. And you're resting on your right temple. Breathe into that space underneath the right shoulder blade. And again, see if you can have your in-breath be smaller, shorter than your out-breath. If it helps you to count like 1, 2, 3 in breath and 1, 2, 3, 4 out of breath, you can do that too. Now slide your left hand by your face and gently bring your right arm up and back to tabletop. And right hand comes in front of your face and left hand raises up to the sky. And now your left hand is going to tuck through, threading the needle to the other side. Each side is different. Let your right arm extend over towards the top of the mat. Other option is you can place it on your lower back, palm facing up. Or anywhere that feels comfortable to you. Bring your breath to the place around your left shoulder blade. See if you can trace your left shoulder blade with your breath. And now let your right hand slide back towards your face. And we'll start to slide forward on our mat. Bringing our hips down to the ground. They can settle on the blanket if you have a blanket there. That feels quite nice. And I've chosen Sphinx pose to start. And just for a moment, I'm going to feel the muscles in the middle part of my back. And feel the muscles in the lower part of my back and bring my breath there. My hands are outstretched. My gaze is soft. And wiggle your tongue around in your mouth if you're holding any tension in your jaw. Now lower yourself down to the ground and place your hands by your chest. Your forehead touches the ground and release your gluteus maximus muscles. Release your buttocks. And your toes will point a little inwards. And feel everywhere on your body that's touching the earth. And now with your inhale, rise up just a little bit. A couple inches, baby cobra. And release to the earth. Forehead touches the earth. Inhale up. And release. This next time, maybe you start to slide your hands a little forward. So that with your inhale, this ocean wave allows you to rise up a little bit more in Bhujangasana or Cobra. These are all variations of Cobra. And play with bringing your arms, your hands wherever they wish to go. But keep your elbows tucked. And now let yourself come to the earth. And we're going to start to come up to table again. This is a good moment to take off socks if you had socks on to keep your feet warm, because we will start to come up soon. And also now remove whatever soft cushion you had on your mat. So preparing to come to downward dog, we're starting on our knees and we're going to push up to plank for a moment. Strength building here. Maybe do a little circle around in one direction and then maybe in the other. Deep inhale and press back to downward facing dog. Let's start in stillness for a moment and just notice the muscles on the back of the legs, that whole channel of energy. Notice it firing up. And start to bend your right knee and press your right heel to the earth and bend your left knee. Almost like you're going for a little walk. Paying attention to the feet and being gentle on this walk. And now rising up on both toes and pressing both heels towards the earth. Raise your right foot up to the sky and press your left heel down. And now bring your left knee towards your nose and step it or help it find the earth between your hands. And now gently lower the left knee to the ground and flatten your left foot. So we're in a lunge with left knee down and our right knee is over our ankle. Inhale, look up, and exhale, roll back on your heel. And start to bring your nose towards your knee. Inhale, roll forward, in, extending through the left hip flexor and rolling back. Inhaling. And this time, bring your left hand to the earth and raise your right arm up to the sky. You'll feel a stretch in the right shoulder as well as down through the upper part of the left upper back. Bring your hand to the earth and let's press up a little bit. And bring our hands to our right thigh. So we're still in a lunge position, but now our left leg has come off the earth. Raise your arms up and open and twist over to the right. So we'll really challenge your balance. And come back to the center. Inhale. And now bring your hands to the earth, framing the ground to bring your right leg back. So we're back in plank. You can put in a little chaturanga here if you wish, or you can push right back to downward facing dog. But I'm going to tip forward on my toes, tuck my elbows, bend my arms, and come down to the earth, rising up, and then pressing back to downward facing dog. Release that. And raise your left foot up to the sky and press down through your right heel. And bring your left knee in between towards your nose and let it find the earth. Help it get there if need be. Take your time getting in and out of these postures. There's no rush. Go at your own pace. Right knee comes to the earth and right foot flattens. Breathe here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, press back. Nose comes towards me. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale, roll back. And just think about your foot touching the ground and the rolling motion of the foot. And back to the center. Right hand comes to the ground. Raise your left arm in this nice twist. And now come back to the center and start to tuck your toes under because we're going to come up. We'll find our left thigh muscle. And inhale up towards the sky. And then open to the left, testing our balance. Find a drishti, a focal point, something that's not moving. Very nice, building strength and reaching up. And hands find the earth again. Press back to plank. Roll forward on your toes. Tuck your elbows. You can always come to your knees here. And lower yourself to the ground. Sweeping up. Oh, it feels so nice in the lower back. Look over your right shoulder. Look over to the left. And tuck your toes under. Back to downward facing dog just for a moment. And now crisscross your feet or choose any way to get to standing forward fold. Uttanasana. Hands are to the earth or dangling, whatever feels good to you. Maybe you wish to let them dangle for a moment. Release any tension in the shoulders. Maybe you wish to let your head bob yes a little bit. Ragdolling your arms. Touch the earth and bring your hands to your shins and flat back. Extend through the crown of the head. Inhale here and exhale and fold. And then we'll make our way up to standing. So you can pitter-patter your hands along your shins until they find your knees, and then scoop and come up very slowly to Tadasana. And in Tadasana, we're going to open our hands wide by our side and place our feet planted firmly on the earth beneath our hips. Shoulders come up and down. Stand here in your powerful pose. You're doing a wonderful, wonderful job. And I'd like to introduce something I've been studying lately, which has just felt so wonderful in my body. And it's the practice of Qigong. They have the 8 brocades. And so we're going to do one to honor the owl, which also will help. All of the Qigong practices in the 8 brocades are very beneficial for our spine. And if you're in really good health, you can do about 60 to 70% of what you feel is right for your body. And if you're not feeling so well, then maybe it's more like 30%. But we'll just do one practice, which is called Wise Owl Gazes Backward. And this will work the entire spine. So our feet are planted on the ground underneath our hips. And just release tension. You don't have to have your legs straight. Like in Tadasana, usually our legs are straight. So let's bend our knees a little bit here. And feel a rooting and a grounding downward. Feel that stability to the earth. Just let your hands come by your side. Take a deep inhale. And twist, looking over to the right with your exhale. Gaze is soft. Inhale to center. Exhale. Become the wise owl. Inhale. Soften your knees. Exhale. Less is more. Let's see if you can start to feel the rhythm of your movement and the peacefulness that this wise owl gazing backward can do for both your physical body and your spiritual body, your energetic body. Very nice. And let's shake the wise owl outwards. Hopefully this fills you with a sense of vitality and energy. And see if you can have your strap nearby. Maybe you find a strap now. It's not necessary to have this, but we're going to do a little bit of stretching and use this behind our backs if possible. So you could have a belt or a necktie or anything, even a towel, a little towel would work. Open your legs wide and let your big toes point a little bit inwards, a little pigeon toe. And take your strap or whatever you wish And bring it behind your back, just so that you can open through your shoulders. So I'll show you this from the other direction. You can have it as far apart as feels good in your body, or as close together. Inhale and look up slightly, pulling your shoulder blades back, and then start to hinge at your waist. And exhale and come forward and let your hands come over the top of your head. Breathe into the sensation in your body, your hamstrings, your calves. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Release any tension you're holding in your shoulders. Very nice. And now let's let the bind release very gently and place the strap down on the ground and let your hands find the earth. And nod your head yes to more of what brings you feelings of peacefulness and ease and good health. Nod yes to what makes you glitter, the glitter that is you. And bring your left hand in front of your face and raise your right arm up to the sky. Right hand finds the ground and the left arm comes up to the sky. Left hand finds the earth. And now heel toe your feet inwards until you find your version of malasana. And that might look very different from my version of a squat. So maybe you're up on your toes like a little frog balancing with your hands. Or maybe your heels do reach the earth on this day. Love the body that is yours, your anatomy, wherever the squat may bring you. This is a wonderful posture for grounding. And if your hands are together at heart center in Anjali Mudra, like mine, maybe you're pressing the backs of your arms and opening your knees wider. And now let your hands find the earth behind you. And you can place if you're in a cool climate and you're starting to get cold, you can place your socks and even slippers back on. So take a moment to ask your body, what does it need on this snowy day? We'll bring our hands to our shins and turn the long way on our mat space. And then start to round and lower down, vertebra by vertebra, taking your time, keeping your head tucked in until your body meets the earth. And now bring the backs of your heels closer to your buttocks and let your fingertips find the back of your heels. We've never done slipper bridge pose before, so this is a new thing, but I'm actually rather cold, so we're going to give this a try on this snowy day. Inhale and lift your hips up to the sky. And keeping your knees pointing straight and your thigh muscles pressing inwards so your knees are not splaying out. Tuck your shoulders under. Feel the strength in your quadricep muscles. And lowering your back to the earth, raise your arms overhead. Deep inhale and bring your hands by your side and lift again. And then lowering your back to the earth. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around and give yourself a big hug. Love what your body can do for you. Love your glitter and love this present moment. And now bring your hands to your shins and just let your lower back roll out. This might look like knees coming open and closed. This might mean knees together and a little rolling, but give yourself a tiny self-massage for that lower back. And this might come in handy later as well if you're shoveling. And pause at the juicy bits, the places in your lower back that need that free massage that gravity and your body are offering. And open your arms wide to T and let your knees roll to the right. Look to the left and release your shoulders to the earth. Make this breath very deep. And after you empty your breath, come back to the center. Deep inhale and let your knees fall over to the other side and look over to the right. Press your right shoulder to the ground in case it's lifting. And your gaze is soft or your eyes might even be closed. And back to the center. And a couple options here. If you'd like to do gentle fish pose, Matsya asana. This will help with our rotator cuffs, but it is quite an intense practice. So definitely watch first and then decide what version you'd like to try. I am going to have my legs outstretched. There are even other versions where your legs are in a different position, but I'm going to have my legs outstretched. So we'll start by bending we're sitting down, our knees are bent. And we're going to start with bending our elbows so that our forearms are resting on the floor. And let's bring our legs out straight. And you can point your toes here if you'd like. I'm going to kick my slippers back off because this is actually a little bit more challenging with shoe wear on. So I'm going to point out. And then I can just lower back and see if I can come to where I'm resting on part of my head. And tucking my shoulder blades back. And I could do this supported as well. So I could do this posture with rolling something under my back. I'm going to try my blanket to show you this. And actually, please don't shoot up like I just did. I want you to come out of this gently. So if you need to come out of the posture, if you've already gotten into it, roll to your side, please. So I could also place a rolled blanket beneath the center of my back, and again, stretch my legs out. And then roll myself back. Oh yes, that actually feels a little bit more supportive for me. You could use a block as well. So you'll have to just play with different variations. But wherever you are, start to roll to the side so that way you can release from this posture safely and move the blanket out of the way and start to prepare for your final resting posture of Shavasana. And if you're in a cold area, you might wish to really tuck yourself in with some blankets now and put those slippers back on. Maybe a pillow beneath your knees and a blanket over your body. So find yourself a really gentle place to rest. And take any last stretches too. That last posture can be a little bit intense. So if you need to do some type of a counter stretch like a child's pose, that might be a good idea. And find your Shavasana. And I have a tiny poetic excerpt from Tolkien to share with you. No hurry, find your place of rest for a moment. Tuck yourself in. Your hands can be gently by your side, upward, receiving. And your feet are outstretched, or any position that feels comfortable to you. This poetic excerpt is from Tolkien, and it's called The Riddle of Strider. All that is gold does not glitter. Not all who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither. Deep roots are not reached by the frost. From the ashes a fire shall be woken. A light from the shadows shall spring. And when you're ready, you can take as long as you need in Shavasana. But if you wish to gently start to re-enter back to this snowy day and all the wonders that will happen, you can wiggle your fingers and toes and start to roll to one side. And I thank you so much for sharing this beautiful practice together on this snowy day. I'll close with 2 sounds of the bell. May you hold out your hands to the soft glitter in this present moment. Namaste.